if all the shops are closed, guys, don't forget you've got your roadside stalls. So that's it. Look west, MURCIA. Guys, MURCIA this afternoon. We've called for some eggs. As you can see, it's quite empty, MURCIA. And tomorrow, most of MURCIA is closed due to the holidays. So, God bless. Happy Holy Week. Here from MURCIA. Hi guys, looks like the neighbour's fencing the garden off 1 metre from our property. How nice is that? Absolutely great job. Some lovely cockerels there. So that's it, look. Neighbour's cleaning his garden and he's fencing off. Absolutely spectacular. Like I said, some lovely big cockerels there. Absolutely great. Actually, I'll chat about that fence in a moment, because actually guys, I was going to, well, I am actually soon. What are you doing there? What are you two doing there? I don't know. Getting very excited. Right. So we'll leave these two to play fight. Come off there. What are you playing at? You're always fighting there. If they're not fighting, they're looking for food. Right. I don't know what you're doing today there. She's going very black on the back. She's going black now. She's got a chocolate face. Right, as I was saying, the neighbour's fencing the garden off at the back. Doing a good job. So, week being Holy Week today, guys, everyone seems to have left the barangay. No one's around. MURCIA, a lot of the shops are closed. There's not a lot of people around, so maybe they've gone to visit families. I said to Jovelyn, you want to go to the river to swim? But they have this belief, because it's Holy Week, they don't travel. So, what are you doing there in my tomatoes? Psh. So they have this belief, because it's Holy Week, they don't travel. And they don't like to travel because it's basically Jesus' week off. And, you know, some bad things can happen to you. Right, I hope I'm not going to disturb the ducks. They're on my side, but they're not my ducks. So I'm just going to show you, actually. So, that's what the neighbour's doing, look. Fencing it off, doing a great job. So it's nice, he's fenced it off. Because actually, these plants here, I'll show you these plants and I'll chat about these plants. So these plants here, I'm glad there's no music. That's respect, because it's Holy Week. If it were an holiday to be boom, boom, there'd be a lot of big loud music, but there's no music. So how good is that? Right, so these plants are all taken from cuttings, but actually, these plants, as you can see, looks like something's had hold of that, but it's quite still a good healthy plant. They all need potting up, look, they're just getting too big. So they all need potting up in a separate pot. What happened was, with these plants, I had them there. And then, you know, you could just walk right outside the house. But what happened was, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, see this gravel? There's some, I used to put the bike there under the window. That's our bedroom window. And this gravel, I don't know if you can hear me walking on this gravel, but 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock at night, in the morning, early morning, and when I'm laid there not asleep, I can hear people walking around on this gravel. And I get up and I look through that window, then I go and look through that window, and then I get up and I go and look through these windows here, then I stand at the back of the windows. I stand at the back of these windows here. So that's what I normally do. I stand at the back of these windows. And actually, you know, you can hear somebody walking around. But with it being darkish, you can't see anyone. So sometimes I might flash the torch around just to scare somebody off. So what I did was, I thought I'm going to have to fence it off, because there's just people walking right outside the house at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning. Hello. And I don't know who they are. You don't know if they're trying to get in the house, do you? You just don't know who they are. So I put that there and I fenced it off to stop people walking around. Now I will do a proper job on it sooner or later. But the neighbour actually, he's just put a little fence there, which is good. And he's making his garden there quite private. So he's making his garden private there. It stops people walking through. Because there's just that many people walking through here. You know, there were guys stopping there on the road. They just walk up here. They'd walk up here onto your property and they just walk through there, and I'd think, well, what's he doing? And then 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning, I thought, this is getting a bit stupid. People walking, you know, they're not just walking through. You can hear them walking round looking for something. So I thought, right, I'm going to fence it off, and that's what I've got to do here actually. So that's my rock collection, and that's a rock I've collected today, mighty big. So I've dragged that thing off the field. It kept falling on the road, so I dragged it off the road about 2 months ago, put it on the side of the field. But I dragged it off field today, and that's what I did. I thought I'd put it there, so it's there. And I've left it there because I will use it. So now guys, this is my rock collection. Like I said, most of the people are not playing any music here in the barangay. And I think a lot of people's gone off visiting because it's Holy Week. So, like I said, it looks like the guy next door is fencing off, which is really good for us. And it's good for him. Stops people walking through, especially early hours at morning. I mean, you know, what are people doing like 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning? And I always listen for the dogs, and the dogs don't always bark. But you know, if someone's creeping around, the dogs don't always hear them. But if I hear the dogs bark, I get straight up. And I might sit at the back of the windows for a couple of hours. And then when it gets daylight, I might go to bed, depending on how I feel. So that's it. We're going to have a little walk later. But like I said, I wanted to go swimming to the river. But like the superstitious Filipinos, it's God's week off. And if we go to the river, bad things might happen to us. So Saturday is the day we're going to the river. Unless we go to Don Salvador. So that's my rocks, look. So I'm still collecting rocks. I will actually do something with these rocks. When I get round to fencing this off, this front bit, and I'll fence it to here actually, to the house end. And then the dogs have got all this to run about in. So, but it's expensive. So guys, I think river. So we're in the house all day today. So that's what the neighbours been doing. They've been actually fencing off, which is, like I said, it's good. So it's good for us and it's good for them because it stops people walking around. I think we've sorted his electrical pole out, so we're going to be on that soon. But that's it. That's what the neighbour's been doing. He's been fencing off. Well, the lady and the gentleman, they've been fencing off. A metre from the house. How nice does that look? So they're great stuff. So it's fenced off. And it stops people walking around the side of the house. So I'll put a gate on later. And I'll put another fence up, a strong fence. But same there. I'm going to clean that up in a moment. Same here. I'm going to have to, I don't know whether to fence it off or breeze block it off. Depends on the cost. Now the dogs have disappeared. And I know for a fact They'll be under there hiding out. Oh, sleepyheads. And the other one will be under here. Ah, she's there, look. Sleepyhead. So that's the dog. So that's it, guys. Take care, God bless. Holy Week here in the Philippines, a beautiful volcano. And it's really strange, it's really quiet. But later on I think we'll have a little walk. In fact, we should have bought some little dog leads. We could have actually took the dogs with us. You know, carried them and then just kept them on a lead. So that's it. Have a great day. Take care. God bless. Like I said, it's nice. It would be nice to buy a bit of land. That's going to be a way away. But like I said, I'm happy the neighbours actually fenced that off. So it just stops people walking through at 1 and 2 in the morning. And the thing is, you just don't know who's walking around at that time in the morning. You know, you can hear them walking on that gravel, sneaking around on that gravel. And it's not very good. Right, I think it's coffee time. We'll go for a walk later. Have a beautiful day. Here in the Philippines, Concilian. We are here then. Waggling her tail because she thinks it's food time. She's only been fed about 4 times today. But you know, pups, the greedy. Do you want some food? She's off. Oh, the other one's there. Hi guys, we're here at Coca-Cola, Bacolod plant. We've come for a little money. There's no money in MURCIA. So, thumbs up Coca-Cola.